If you didn't know, now you know. It's the Buko boys.
I got a little something in my throat here.
Uh-oh, it's not me. What's up, y'all? I'm Dale.
I'm DVO. I'm a little sickly.
Uh-oh. What's wrong with you?
Okay. Is it the weather change, and...
Don't be getting me sick.
No. I rarely get sick. It's just more like I just feel like I'm at 98%, not 100.
There's some Mucinex if you need some.
I'm all right.
All right.
But if anyone's listening, that's kind of why maybe I sound a little different this episode is what I'm saying. Plus, we were screaming a lot at the Utes' last home opener last night, so... Yeah.
The ESPN game last night?
The ESPN game. We had a good time. Thanks
that was
to
pretty
Johnny
badass.
the henchman and...
Yeah, thanks, Johnny. That was dope.
It was a good time.
So, went to the game last night. It was pretty cold, but we were dressed right.
Yeah, it was an 8 p.m. game.
And then got pretty sauced. It was a pretty good time. Good time.
Did a lot of yelling. That's why also my throat. But a little struggle waking up this morning, but we're here for you.
That's right.
See what we do for you guys?
We did it.
To bring you the great information. But anything, brother, you want to talk about before we get started on the episode?
Anything as in what?
Anything going on with your life? Anything cool in the world?
I mean, I'm all about fishing, and that's all I do. So I was fishing yesterday.
All I do is about that holiday life. So me and my little one went to go see Santa. Posted on my social media at D Van Otten.
Oh yeah, we went to the Christmas Expo,
the Salt Lake Family Christmas Show.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It was a good time.
It was huge.
It was huge. I didn't bring a stroller for my little one, thinking no, she'll walk around. We walk in, I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have brought a stroller. This is a lot. So a couple aisles in, she was up on my shoulders.
there was like 3 events happening all at the same time this weekend
at the Mountain America Expo in Sandy.
Right. So, I mean, I would think that each one had, like an equal amount of space because they're all kind of big events.
Right.
This thing was huge.
It was the Utah Home Show, the Crossroads of the West Gun Show, and then the Salt Lake Family Christmas Show. Yeah. All at the same time in the same venue.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts.
Yeah, parking was a little crazy. I went 2 days in a row.
If you could park.
Yeah, I went 2 days in a row. The second day, I gave up on it because it was a Saturday. I just parked across the street at the Jordan Commons, paid the $10. I'm paying the $10. I'm not dealing with this.
I found a spot.
Well, Friday, because we went in the afternoon.
Oh, yeah,
Friday.
you went and paid yesterday.
Yeah,
oh, shit.
Yeah, Saturday. So, yeah.
Yeah, this whole weekend's been a big weekend. I mean, it's been a long weekend, so all the days are just kind of a blur.
Uh-huh. Well, let's get into some of the local news then. Utah just has a new state flag now.
When does this go in effect?
I don't know when it goes into effect. Fox 13 just reported about it first. If you're on YouTube, I'll try to put it there first if you can see it there. And we'll post it on social media. But the flag, and I've seen kind of versions of it, they've had over 40... They tried to get public input on this flag. Because they were saying it was boring. It was just our seal, our state seal, on a blue background. You've seen our flag.
Yeah.
So a lot of people say it's boring.
Oh, so that seal isn't going away or anything. That's just the Utah
that's
State
just our seal. Yeah. But our flag was our seal on top of a blue background.
That is boring. Okay.
Yeah, so they're like, every state has its own seal, but also every state, or not, I don't know if I should say every, but a lot of states have a flag that differentiates them. Like when you see Texas, that's Texas's flag. Or California. You see California's flag, and you're like, oh, that's California, that's Texas. New Mexico is also a good one that's very noticeable because of the bright colors. And so they're like, hey, we need to change our flag. And some people were also complaining like, oh, we're trying to be too woke. And we're like, no, we just need to change it. It's just something we need to identify
People were
ourselves.
saying that was woke by trying to come up with a cooler flag.
I think so. But also those same people, when they were told what the flag represents, they became supporters. Like, oh, so that's the thing. People always
that's just a fun word for boomers to use now.
Amazing.
Woke. Anytime anything's changing, oh, it's because you're woke.
Maybe. So I see a lot of people just throw that word around though.
Put that down.
Different versions.
There you go.
Of people use that word a lot. Anyway, this new flag looks pretty cool. It is reminiscent of the new college down in St. George, where they said they're not Dixie College anymore. They're UTech or Utah Tech. Can't remember what it's called, but A lot of kind of reminds me a little bit about that. But 44,000 people from the public put their input in, thousands of versions of the flag, and they finally settled on this one. And so what it is, it's well, you know, I just thought of it. It kind of have a little bit of red, white, and blue in it. I just kind of realized that too.
Oh, that's the first thing I noticed.
Oh, I didn't even catch that. But so it's if you look at red, white, and blue, just inverted. The bottom is red, as in the red rocks of the South. Then the white in the middle is actually like kind of mountain
Jaggedy,
peaks.
so yeah, it looks like mountain peaks.
And it's supposed to be like the white snow caps of the mountains up in the north. Then the blue sky. But red, white, and blue. And then right in the center is a hexagon with, of course, we have to have the beehive in the middle.
Beehive State.
With a beehive state. And then also there's an 8-pointed star representing the 8 tribes of Utah. So I thought that was kind of cool. I'm like, okay, I kind of dig this flag. And I think if you're kind of opposed to like, oh, you know, it's tradition, our flag. But if you look at this new flag, like, oh, that kind of, it's cool. I think it's a cool looking flag.
I like it.
I think it will help distinguish like this is Utah's flag versus it's just our seal on a blue background currently.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's like a very cool thing. Like it's tradition. It's just our seal. Our seal, like you just said,
It was
doesn't
like
change.
the person who was in charge of creating the state flag got fired, and so they were just like, "Oh, let's just put the seal on this blue background."
I kind of get it. I don't know how old the original flag is, but I get it. It's like, hey, it's our seal. It makes sense to just put it on a background. I can get where they were coming from at the time. But yeah, it's true. We should probably change it up. It is kind of boring.
I like that.
I like this.
Cool.
I like this new flag. I'm excited about this new flag, so it'll be cool. All right. New news coming out of Sapporo, Japan. We reported, Buko Boys first reported, that Utah has now a 50-50 chance for the Winter Olympics for 2030 because Vancouver dropped out of the bid. Price was an issue for them.
Yeah, take that, Canada.
Yeah. Now Sapporo, Japan has a black eye. I guess somebody from the Tokyo Summer Olympics recently has been arrested on 4 times for bribery.
Bribing who?
No, he was taking bribes.
Oh.
He was taking bribes for like people to be like the official attire maker. You know, for the athletes. And
Okay,
things like
so
that.
when corporations want to be the
Corporations
official,
were bribing an Olympic committee member so that they can be the official, right, of the Japanese Olympic team.
that's not new.
Well, this person, I mean, probably not, but this person got busted and has been arrested a few times for this. So,
He's been arrested a few times. Still has the same job.
no, I'm saying because of the Summer Olympics.
Okay.
Yeah, because of the Summer Olympics, he's been arrested for a few different charges.
Okay. So during the same Olympics,
Yeah.
been arrested multiple. Okay,
Right,
I thought
right.
it was during a course of
No,
his
no.
career.
Oh, yeah, no. So, now again, this is Tokyo and this is Sapporo. Different places in the same country. One's Summer Olympics, one's Winter Olympics. There's the differences, okay? So there's the differences there. However, Japan, Sapporo, has also said, but we understand this kind of gives us a black eye, though. This kind of, this is a big deal. This is a national stage or a global stage, and we know, even though it has nothing to do with us, it reflects on us. So Salt Lake might just increase their odds a little bit more for the 2030 Olympics. Just saying, it's looking more on the positive side for us.
Oh, okay.
So again,
Keep screwing up, Japan.
Yeah. So, good job, guy. Good job, guy.
Yeah, keep taking those bribes. Yeah.
So yeah, even though it has nothing to do with Sapporo, it does reflect on them as a country for the bid. So
Yeah, take that.
yeah. All right, let's talk about some events coming up. We just talked about one we just went to. What else is coming up?
Okay, you just mentioned, or you told me about this one. This is Donuts with Santa.
Ooh, I love donuts and I love Santa.
So this one's going to be at Southtown Mall on December 3rd.
It's not called that anymore.
It's not. Oh, Shops at
It's called
Southtown?
the Shops at Southtown.
Okay.
That's not the Southtown Expo anymore. It's the Mountain America Expo.
God, everything's changed there. What is it, woke? All these woke
Sandy's
stuff.
trying to get woke.
Sandy's all woke now. So anyways, this is going to be early. This is going to be 8:30 in the morning. And
Before the
gonna,
mall even opens.
Yeah, they're going to do hot chocolate with Santa and donuts. And you come dressed in your PJs. And then you just kind of, you hang out with Santa.
They're going to have crafting. They're going to be a live DJ.
Balloon artist and story time.
With Mrs. Claus, probably.
Magic.
Or Santa will be reading.
Santa Magic.
Yes. So when is that?
That's December 3rd.
All right.
And then also on December 3rd, there's going to be a Park City Santa pub crawl and toy drive. So they're doing a toy drive, doing a pub crawl. That's on December 3rd. That's
This is
up
going to be
in
on
Park
Main
City.
Street?
Yeah, so all those bars on Main Street, they're going to
Yeah.
start, I think, at 6 p.m. And then they're every hour hit a bar.
Okay.
And
Is there a price on that?
I mean, no, you just join it and start buying stuff.
When you get there.
Yeah, you start buying drinks. And then, let's see, the December 9th, there's a Bill Burr. He's going to be at the Maverick Center. That's a comedian I like watching, but I've never been to see him live.
Right, yeah.
But Bill Burr's good. And he's been doing a lot of acting good, too. So
Yeah?
yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff lately. But I would like to go see that. I might go see Bill Burr, possibly, if I remember. Because there's a lot of
Bill
events
Burr.
that I forget about the day of. I'm like, oh, shit.
That's today.
Yeah. Then on December 10th, this thing I've never heard of. This is the 13th annual Dickens Ball.
13th annual.
13th annual. And it's the first I've ever heard of it.
Yeah, same.
So this is at the South Jordan Community Center.
Okay.
But what they do here is they dress in like their Victorian Christmas, like it's like a Victorian Christmas gala. So they dress up and do like
Dickens era.
Yeah, like Dickens type. It's like you're there, and then they're doing this big ball. You're dancing, doing the dances.
Good old London.
Yeah, like that. They're gonna have refreshments, mingling with friends, and singing Christmas carols.
All right.
I mean, if I was pretty drunk, that would be fun. I would rock that shit. You know, that would be fun.
I want to get a top hat now.
Right?
Get all dapper.
That would, be very dapper. And then on December 13th, there's going to be Snoop's Holidays of Blaze. There's a concert going to be at the Maverick Center also.
Oh, okay.
He's going to have T-Pain, Warren G, the Yin Yang Twins. I don't care about them, but the other ones would be cool.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, that's what's going on there. And then, let's see, was there something else? Oh, the Outlet Mall, another Santa event. To the Traversed. Let's see. This one's going to be November 19th. The Gingerbread Festival.
This Saturday, at the time of this recording.
Okay,
Or
so
release.
by this weekend. Okay, so what are they going to do here? So don't miss out on this year's Gingerbread Festival, an experience unlike any other.
I love gingerbread.
So this one's also got story time with Mrs. Claus, a character meet and greet with Belle and the Beast, face painting, gingerbread ornament making, scavenger hunt, and life-size gingerbread characters you could take pictures with.
That'll be from 2 to 5.
Oh, and then at 5 they're going to have a Christmas concert with Melissa Osmond.
I assume from the
I mean, we're in Utah.
yeah.
So
the
you know,
Osmond family.
if you're going to throw that name around, you damn well better be an
Talking
Osmond.
about music concerts. Better be related.
Yeah, and you better sound good. Better sound like Donnie and Marie.
So looking forward to that one this weekend. I'll be there this weekend.
I'll probably go check it out too, just to see what the MILFs have to offer. What else is going on? I think that's it for events.
Okay, exciting.
Yeah, that's
Exciting.
it. That's it there.
All right, let's talk about movies. We just watched Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. We're gonna get into that in a little bit. But
Yeah, we saw that opening
some
day.
trailers.
That's what we do.
It was a lot of the same trailers that we saw during Black Adam. A lot of the same trailers. But let's talk about one that we liked. We talked about a few already. But Antman and the Wasp: Quantumania. I just realized something though. There was the Antman movie, then the Antman and the Wasp. This is Antman and the Wasp: Quantumania. I wonder why they're including that name and not just Antman. Because even though the Wasp, I felt like, well, I guess she did play a big role in that movie. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just surprised why don't they just stick with Ant-Man and then whatever name. But okay, that's fine. So let's talk about Quantumania. It's a sub-level world.
Yeah, it's a whole other dimension.
This is where the original Wasp was trapped for decades.
Yeah, she was there for a long time.
And the original Ant-Man, so Michael Douglas, Michelle Pfeiffer's characters, they were the originals. And they were a married couple, and she got shrunk down. She was shrunk down way smaller than she should have been. She got sucked into the quantum realm. And in when they rescued her, was that in Ant-Man or Ant-Man and the Wasp they rescued? Do you remember? I don't remember. But either way, when they went down to rescue her, there was I don't know if I want to say conspiracy theories, but anyway, there was talks that in one of the traveling there you can see a little city in the background. Have you ever heard of this?
Okay, no, I didn't hear about that.
So when was it? I believe it was Ant-Man that went down and rescued her.
Okay, so yeah, when he's like going down.
There was a part when he was rescuing her and they were leaving that you can see like a little city in the background. There's a possibility. Well, that might be confirmed now because there is a small little world. And I still don't understand it. I don't understand it. Because you think they're the size of atoms, right? You don't really see atoms and molecules. But you're swatting them around all day. I don't know. I don't get it. This movie might explain it all. But there's a big character release in this.
Yeah, King the Conqueror.
I don't know why he's there. What do you know of King? I believe him to be like from another planet. My memory.
I really don't remember much. But he was in Loki series.
Right. Was he called King then?
Yeah.
Okay. So, anyway, what do you think about this trailer? Are you excited for the movie?
Well, yeah, of course I'm going to see it. I don't know why, but I'm not so big on the Ant-Man movies, but I think they're hilarious. I liked every one of them.
It's Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
He does it.
I liked every one of them, but I don't ever think of the Ant-Man movies when I think about Marvel movies and heroes. I don't know why, but it's like always the last thing, and then when I hear about it, I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so funny. I don't know why I don't ever think about them, but I know they're also they're introducing a lot of younger new superheroes.
Oh, in this movie.
Well, not just this movie, but all around.
Okay.
So there's but they are introducing like his daughter. She's gonna
Ant-Man's daughter.
Yeah, she's
Paul Rudd's.
Yeah, so she's gonna be more of a bigger character moving forward. So they're kind of introducing her as more of an adult version of her and being more involved. So yeah, I think they're transitioning more into these newer characters.
Okay.
And the more woke version of Marvel.
Okay.
But yeah, it looks like they're introducing her, they're introducing Kang. Well, not introducing him, but putting him more as a different version of Kang than Loki. Mm-hmm. So this one's more Kang the Conqueror. I don't know much about I do know he's powerful as shit though. Like he's supposed to be like one of the badasses. So we'll see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
I know I'm gonna watch it. Maybe this one might make me think more of Ant-Man. I don't know.
Who knows?
But I always forget about him. That's for damn sure.
You know, also in those series of Hawkeye, they introduce a younger character there.
Yeah.
And in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, they introduce some more new younger characters. Like what you're talking about is what I'm talking about here is they're introducing these new younger characters that are the next generation of superheroes, possibly.
Right, and what's funny too is it's like transitioning from middle-aged men or middle-aged and beyond men to like 20-something
girls,
women. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of funny how they're making that change from middle-aged men to young women.
So woke.
So woke of you, Marvel. I mean, it's not gonna be all women, but it's just a funny transition.
Right. Yeah.
Because I was making fun of that a while ago, just saying like, damn, all these superheroes are all just like middle-aged men. Like, why don't they have like young people so they can like carry on the role a lot longer?
And you know, if people do want to be so woke, you gotta remember these movies came out World War II era, and at the time. It was mostly the men that were...
Well, yeah, I mean, when they were creating superheroes, of course, it was like big, strong men are the ones that are going to save everybody. Yeah.
But women can save people, too.
They can have superpowers.
So anyway, Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, looking forward to it. I do want to see it. That's going to be February 2023. So that'll be coming out. This is in a few more months.
I know, it sounds like it's 2023. That's so far away.
Yeah.
No, it's a few months from now.
That's what I was thinking until I just said it's a few months from now. I was like, that's only a few months from now. That's only like 3 months. So it'll be here pretty soon. But Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Next episode, we will give some spoilers and go more deep into it. So we want to give you guys some time to go watch it if you guys want to listen to it.
Yeah, we're giving you a week.
But anyway, let's talk about it though. Let's give our review. How'd you feel about it? Just know it's a 3 hour movie.
Yeah, it's 3
It's about
hours.
3 hours, and there's one end scene. There's not going to be like a few, post credit
Yeah,
scenes.
so
There's one post credit scene, and it's a good one. We'll talk about it next week, but it's a good one. Anyway, I did like how they started off the movie giving some homage to Chadwick,
well, yeah, and I was wondering how
and they
they were
ended
going to
that
do
way
that.
too.
I was wondering how they were going to like kill off his character because of course he's dead.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler: the character Chadwick has died from cancer.
So I was wondering how they were going to transition him passing on the Black Panther torch. So I'm like, but yeah, I mean, this isn't much of a spoiler, but yeah, so they did pretty much end his character that way, in a way kind of like how it hit us all, where nobody knew he was battling cancer. So they kind of used that same thing in this. So it was, I don't know if people are into the movie or are a fan, it could be a tearjerker for sure.
Yeah, there's parts where I was like, "Ooh, I got a little," I could see where you can get a little choked up or emotional during parts. If you were like a big fan of his, I could see that. You ever see these I shouldn't say these interviews with Chadwick, and they were asking him questions about Marvel,
Yeah,
Black
and
Panther.
it's kind of creepy.
What have you seen? Maybe you mentioned.
So like one interviewer is asking him about like his future roles or something. He's like, "I'm dead,"
Yeah,
and she's just kind of laughing it off. I'm like, "No, no, no." He's like, "I'm dead,"
yeah,
and
but it's not his character.
No,
I
no.
mean, yes, but it's because he was silently battling
yeah,
cancer.
but because he knew he was actually terminal cancer, so
Yeah.
he knew he was going to be dead.
He's like, "I'm dead."
And so like when they were interviewing him, it was like
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. Yeah,
it was
I just got goosebumps
you don't
now.
think about it like when you see that, but then after the fact, it's like shit. That was. Ew.
Yeah, you don't think of superheroes dying, right? You don't think of that, and that's how people. I think that's his most iconic role as Black Panther.
But you didn't, he didn't look like he's battling cancer.
Right.
It was not known to anybody. So, and he's out and about, at events and stuff. So it doesn't look like, when somebody's battling cancer, you think of them on a bed in hospice or something like that.
True.
So,
Yeah, it's creepy. This interview now, right? Hindsight. It's
Yeah.
like, oh wow, he was ready. He's telling people without telling them. And I'm dead. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But the movie anyway, the movie's good action. It's 3 hours. It wasn't one of those where it's like, yeah, it felt like 3 hours. I was into it the whole time. How about you?
yeah, it kept you, very pulled in the whole time.
Right. Because sometimes there's a 3 hour movie and you're like, yeah, that felt like 3 hours. But no, I was in it. I was like, okay, all right, I'm in for this ride. And when it was over, I'm like, okay, yeah, that was good. It wasn't like it dragged for me. It didn't seem like it dragged on.
And I liked how they brought. Well, I always thought it was Namor, like that character. I always considered him Namor, but they're calling Namor.
Namor.
And
Well, people with like a Spanish accent would call him Namor, and then people like from Wakanda called him Namor. But it was interesting to hear where his name originated from.
yeah, I like what they did with this character and how they created it all, and incorporating this other. I'm not going to give away too many
You were
spoilers.
excited that he wasn't wearing a green Speedo, but a green boxer brief.
Yeah, I was like, oh god, I'm
Okay.
so glad.
It's a boxer brief, not a Speedo. like the cartoon or the comics.
But so this part was already kind of talked about before the movie came out and everything, but that his character is a mutant, and so I was excited to see how they're going to incorporate this.
And the Atlanteans and why they're in the ocean.
Yeah, they did break that whole thing down too.
Which is probably why it's also 3 hours. They're introducing a character with a big backstory. Namor has a big backstory. He's a big character in Marvel.
Yeah, so they did take some time in explaining all that, so they didn't have to do a whole origination movie.
And then why is he with the Wakandans? If you watch the trailers, you can see it looks like they're friends. It looks like they're enemies. It looks like they're frenemies. And it'll go into that in the movie. You'll understand why the trailers are the way they are.
And I liked. Well, this thing kind of changed everything too, because I thought the mutants were going to come about based off the blip.
Oh, okay.
So when there was that blip that happened, what I was thinking or what I heard the rumors were or whatever were that that's kind of what started the mutant gene, and the mutants were going to come from
in
that.
this MCU.
Yeah, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And they kind of, when Miss Marvel, the Kamala Khan's character, and found out she's a mutant, then it's like, okay, now is this the start of where people are going to start finding this gene? Well, his character, Namor, he's been around for centuries.
Yeah, 1600s.
Yeah, so now it's like, okay, now when did the gene start? Now this changed my whole concept of what was happening here.
Now, what did you think of his character, like his background in this? Where, for me, growing up watching the comics or the cartoons, I look at him as, is he like Asian? Like what is he? But in here he's like not Aztec,
Like Mayan, Aztec,
yeah, something
yeah.
like that, 1600th century,
Yeah,
South
before
American.
the conquistadors.
So, what'd you think about his character and all?
I liked his character.
Yeah.
He's kind of like the savior of his people,
Uh-huh.
and so he's kind of in charge of taking care of business, which means kill if you must.
Right.
And I mean, that's how you handle things.
So we'll go into more details next episode.
Yeah.
Anyway, but if people wanted to watch it, I'm giving it 2 thumbs up to go watch
Oh,
it.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely giving it 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, so if you want to watch it before next episode, we're going to spoiler it. We encourage you to do so.
Faux show.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening, watching. Peace out, y'all.
Bye.